It's 9 o'clock. It's Wednesday. It's time for my coffee and cards. Today it's all about the beautiful autumn bundle. So let me show you where it is in the catalog. In the mini catalog, the mini August to December catalog, it is on page 46. And the bundle includes the stamp set and the 3 punch pack, which is really cute. It's also, if you wanted to, it's a part of a bigger suite called the Gilded Autumn, which comes with paper, the brush metallic paper, which is like beyond awesome, the basket weave metallic ribbon combo pack, acorn trinkets, and then the bundle itself. It coordinates nicely with mint macaron, Cajun craze, crumb cake, early espresso, and very vanilla. It's really just a beautiful set. But if you just like the bundle itself, remember bundles are discounted 10%, and bundle numbers are usually, well, they're on the same page as the bundle, and they're usually somewhere above it in our smaller area. But you can buy them separately. You can buy the stamp set by itself and the punch pack separately if you just wanted one or the other. Alrighty, so here we go. Today we're going to make 2 cards. One's already been posted on my blog. The other has not. I made it for a swap, but these are the 2 we're going to recreate. This one we're going to change up the colors a little bit. This, I have a different background for it. But these are essentially the same card, okay? The measurements of the layers on top are exactly the same. They're just orientated differently, see? So, this is how you can keep it simple. This would be a good card for a class or a card kit packet. Speaking of that, next week I'm going to offer fall card kits online that you can purchase. So more information will be coming soon. Also, on the Stamping Stars, the team I am a part of, we're going to have a private event on October 3rd for World Card Making Day for our customers. I've let my customers know about it, and there'll be more information coming on throughout the rest of this week and next week on how you can access that event. It should be lots of fun. There'll be prizes, card demonstrations, product demonstrations. It'll be fun. Alrighty, so let's get started with this one. This is, let me grab my cheat sheet here. Okay, the 2 layers on top are cut exactly the same, 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. So that's really simple. Okay, so we're gonna use the beautiful autumn. It's a lovely stamp set. It has leaves, and you can stamp just the image of the leaf either with the veins and the outline or just the solid image. Acorns, the acorn, you can give them a little dark top if you want. There's wheat, there's little, I'm assuming this is grains of wheat. Leaves. Wonderful sentiments. Have a beautiful day. Hey there. Thank you. Life is better with you. And my heart is grateful for you, which is the one I'm going to use. This is probably my favorite. And I do like to thank you. I love the script that they used in here. For this one, there's no punching, just stamping. So we'll get the stamping done first because that's the quickest and the easiest part. And I use this large leaf. I think that's the oak leaf. It's a well-loved stamp set. Can you tell? So, and here's my card base, my little trinkets for the card. So I'm going to start by putting in the liner. I'm using Very Vanilla. Very Vanilla coordinates with the DSP. So that's what you'll want to use. And I don't use Very Vanilla very often, but when I do, I tend to use it all up. And I tell you, every time I will order additional packs of Whisper White and Very Vanilla just to keep them on hand because I do use them for liners. Because I like all my cards to have a liner. I think it gives the card balance when you put a lot of stuff on the front. Now, if I were to just stamp on the front and not add any layers, I would just leave it as is if it was a card that you could see the writing on. Alright, so that's done. And yeah, I added some leaves inside. We'll do that too. All right, next is going to be your 2 layers. So this is from the Gilded Autumn suite. This is I believe it's called Gilded Autumn DSP. Let me double check that. I'll share that with you real quick. This paper is fabulous. I'm on my 2nd pack. Yes, it's the Gilded Autumn Specialty DSP. It's a specialty DSP because it has some foiling on some of the papers, and it is just beautiful. Like I said, on my 2nd pack. All right. So this is like a houndstooth design. On the other side is this really beautiful gold foiling with the mint macaron. But I'm gonna keep it on this side today. All right, let me get the right size block here. We're going to use Early Espresso, Crushed Curry, and Cajun Craze for this particular card. The stamping on this one goes oh so quickly. I did this one for a swap. It was a nice card to do for a swap because it's pretty minimal. Even though it doesn't, I don't think it looks it. You want to kind of center this. So I love this grid paper. It helps me to center everything. And I think I'm off. Here we go. Hold that down for a second. So we're having a nice gray day in Texas. We're in the north part of Texas near the Oklahoma border, but I have a feeling the storm down south is giving us our little cloudy days. All right, so that's done, and then I'm going to take a small block. This is my favorite little itty bitty block, block A, for my leaf. And what I did is I did 3 colors, 2 of each. And oh, I'm not using pumpkin. Well, no, I won't. I'll just stick with what I had because I don't want to get myself confused. So what I did first, to kind of figure out where I wanted to position my leaves, is I did the corner ones first, which were an Early Espresso. While I have the Early Espresso out, I'm going to stick a few of them in here in the corners too. It's always nice when you photograph them if they can see a little peek of the inside. All right. Clean that off. Sorry for my shaky table. And then I'll just stamp 2 more leaves in the, here we go. This is the crushed curry. Sure, yeah, there we go. I love fall. It's my favorite time of year. When we lived on the East Coast, we were stationed in Washington, D.C., and then Alabama, and in the fall we would always go to the Smoky Mountains to look at the foliage. We don't get much here in Texas. Sometimes you get color, sometimes you don't. Depends on how much rain you had. And this year we might have a lot, though. Who knows? All right, there. That's done. So now I'm just going to throw a little bit of glue on here and stick these 2 together. I don't want to angle it too much because I want them to be able to sit on the card front. Oops, I'm making a mess of my table here nicely. So, and some of you know that my daughter is in Navy boot camp. Well, we had a phone call from her this week. Tell you, that just made my week. She's doing real good. She's happy. I'm glad, because I tell you, I was worried. There we go. Now I'm going to put some dimensionals on here. This video will be posted after I do a little tiny bit of editing. I usually cut some stuff off the front because I'm usually jibber-jabbering with my husband or running around picking up things that I forgot. So I'll cut that part off, and then it'll be on my YouTube channel, and I will attach it to the blog post that I'm going to post about this particular card today. So there's a lot going on. Today is the stamp sale. I have to get online and order myself one. Maybe two. I think I like that right there. And then I just add a few of these. These have been around for a while. These metallic pearls. They come in silver and in gold colors. And I love them. They're small. I don't have a pokey tool here. They're just really, they just add a little touch of glitz if you need it. If you don't want a lot, but you want a little something. I love this stuff. There we go. There. One done. Didn't take long. It's a nice, quick card. Like I said, good card for a class, make and take. It's a really good one. You can do this with a lot of stamp sets. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. That's just a hair bit more complicated, but it's just as fun. It's one that I had posted just before the catalog released. And it's really nice. And it's using the Plaid Tidings DSP, which I really like that DSP. I tell you, if you don't have it, you should really consider getting it. It covers all holidays, occasions. It's really, really cute. And so this one is, I like this color, but I thought, well, when I was looking at it this morning, I said, it's a little really kind of dark and kind of orange, but I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to use the rich raspberry color that's in this paper. You see that right there? There's rich raspberry, pumpkin pie, Cajun craze in here. So we're going to go with the rich raspberry and change it up just a little bit. So for this one, we're going to need, I'm going to use 3 punches. Here they are from the little punch pack. The acorn, this leaf, and I don't know, I guess they're oak types of oak leaves. So I put these over here. And we're going to use, we'll need a sponge dauber, blender pen. If you don't have these, I love them. They're nice to have. And then the apple builder punch, which this apple is the shape, has a pumpkin-y shape, and it has a little stem for the pumpkin and a leaf for the apple. I've had this punch for a while. I love it. I made a lot of cards with it last year when it came out, and I've made several this year. This is like one of my go-to fall punches. So here we go. I think this is going to turn out okay with the rich raspberry. First, we start again with the liner. I always like to have a liner. And this is really simple. The only stamping is going to be on the pieces that we punch out. So the base will go together pretty quickly. Make sure this one's straight this time. Okay, here we go. All right, and then we'll glue these two together and tie the braided linen trim. I love that trim. So I like to fray it. You don't want to have too much angle in here, or you can go off your paper, off your card base. So just a little. Then add some dimensionals. I'll stick it on the front, but I'll tie the trim around first. I like to try to tie the trim where these two kind of meet. There's my scissors. Make sure my scissors are here. Got a knot in this. We used this on I just did a fall sampler, and we used this on the fall sampler. I'm gonna post the PDF today I'm going to add a new page to my blog and start adding some PDFs there for some projects that I do that folks can download eventually if they want it. Got a little extra. Alright, so all you want to do is just tie a nice little knot to keep it in place. And what I do too is, once I get it exactly where I want it, which I won't know until I get ready to throw the apple or the pumpkin on there. So I'll stick a little glue dot in there to kind of hold it in place and then fray the edges. But I do want to cut these off about that much. I can trim them off a little shorter in a bit. Alright, so that's done. So we're going to, since there's no stamping, the Apple Builder Punch does have a coordinating stamp set called Harvest Hellos. And that one it has a pumpkin, apples, that kind of stuff in there. But I just wanted the apple shape. I don't need the, oh, and you know what? I did this wrong. I think I'm supposed to stamp the sentiment first. It's easier, really, trust me, it's easier if you stamp the sentiment first and then punch it out because it's tight on this one. So hopefully I have enough space. I think so. Yes, I forgot to do that first. So yes, stamp first, punch next. So I have it right here. Not right now. Yes, that's better. Yeah. There. So yes, you want to do that. And then I'm going to use the Cajun Craze and take these little seeds, or I don't know if they're seeds, they're leaves, they're grains of wheat, whatever, and stamp them on. And Cajun Craze, but I'm going to stamp off first. So I just want a light look of it. Yeah. And then I'm going to add a little sponging. I think I might have done that in pumpkin pie, but we'll do this one in Cajun Craze a little. Make it a little darker. Get a, yeah. Stand out better against the paper. You know, it's like when I have a class with my team, they'll come over and I'll have samples made, and by the time they're finished, everything looks different because they have different ideas, different tastes, and it's just fun to get together and create and see what everybody comes up with. All right, I'm gonna stick the little stem on here. I did a rich raspberry stem. I think that's rich raspberry. It just looks different right there. And I'm gonna stick it on here. Shoot, that could be blackberry bliss, but oh well. We're gonna say it's rich raspberry. All I did was pick up a scrap and start punching. Okay. Then this one is gonna go with dimensionals onto here. What did I do with my large dimensionals? I set them somewhere. I don't know how I managed to lose things. Oh, they're right here. Shoot. Right in front of me. I lose things right in front of me. Must be an age thing. Alright, so once I get the... Sorry about that. I forgot to silence my phone. Once I get the... Oh, I see... Hi, Connie. I didn't realize I had anybody on here. Alright, I'm going to get my little pumpkin in place. And then I'm going to fray these. You can, using a pokey tool is probably better than using scissors, but it really and truly it all works. should have done this before I set my pumpkin down, but you know what? I can always move it. There we go. I know, Connie, I just can't believe it. And it was like right under my nose, but it happens. It's just one of those days. Hey, all I can say is today I had everything I needed and I was on time. That hasn't happened in a while. But did you hear it, Connie? I said we heard from Maddie, my daughter, in boot camp. She called Monday. So unexpected. I was always thinking, oh, we'll get a call on the weekend. And I thought she would call my phone, but she called her dad's phone because she said, apparently I'm too unreliable about keeping my phone turned up or keeping it close by. So she didn't want to take a chance on missing us. So she called Dad's phone. Fine with me. She called. That's all that matters. Okay. I'm going to secure the middle of this, or this little knot here, with the glue dot. Keep it in place. And maybe one to keep that going down. You did? You didn't know you could fray that? I love fraying that ribbon. I do it all the time. This trim, braided linen trim. And you know, now you can get it in red for the Christmas time, which will be really nice. Oh, oh, that's stuck there. Hopefully it should be okay. We don't want. There we go. Yeah. Trim, trim, trim. Spread them out. Make him look like the little scarecrow. Alright, now I'm going to stick this on, and then we'll do the last little bit of stamping and punching. And this one will be ready to go. Oh, I end up getting, when ribbon retires, I end up getting rid of a lot of it. I donate to schools, to any of the after-school programs if they have clubs or whatever to do art. All right, yeah, this one's straight and that one's, oh, both of them were crooked. Okay, doesn't matter. There, I like that on the rich raspberry. All right, so now I have punched one of each of the little leaves and the acorn. And what I'm going to do is stamp them as well. And I need to go, oh, I'm going to have to go get some more Very Vanilla because I made my boo. Oh, I can stamp them on here. I made a boo-boo. So I'm going to stamp one in Rich Raspberry. And first I got to get them out of here. I wish they had made a punch. This could have been a 4-pack. They needed to make one for the, there's also a little, what do you call it, pine cone in here. We could have had a punch for the pine cone. That would have been cool. Alright, so I'm going to, that's the wrong one. I want the veiny one. So I'm going to do this. Well, hopefully I can get everything on my little thing and cut it out, but there's a trick to that. Okay, and then we'll do one in Cajun Craze. Even though the little piece is pumpkin pie, it's okay. And then I'll do one in, oh, the acorn, I'm going to do them in early espresso. Because I like that color. There he is. Turn them upside down. Alright, so that stamping part is done. And what I do, I'm going to punch them and then I'm going to color them a little bit with the blender pen to spread the color. And I don't want to do it on here because I don't want to, well, I'll try. I might make a mistake, but hopefully not. Just take the blender pen and just spread the color a little. You can do this with Wink Stella 2 and it'll be all nice and shiny. Then you just make sure your blender pen is clean before you move on to the next little bit. I just did it because I thought it looked cute. I didn't want all that light color up there. Okay, so now I'm just going to punch these out. Hopefully I can get them in the punch okay off of this little piece of paper. There we go. Well, Connie, I'm glad you liked this card because, oops, I think, and I made this one earlier. Did you get this one in a swap? I think it was a star swap. I sent this one out. Okay, the acorn is next. Oh, I put him in the wrong direction. Well, he'll go last. So is this one. Oh, booger. Okay, I'm gonna have to show you my secret on how to punch something when you get stuck. I need a piece of glue dot here. Well, the glue dot didn't come off. Just my luck. Alright, what I do is take some, what really works nice is Stampin' Seal when you do this, when you have a little problem like this. So you stick it on a long piece of paper and then you can stick it in here. But I need to do this. I'm right-handed. I cannot punch left-handed. It's just a disaster. There we go. And I'll just take another little glue dot and go the other way and fix the acorn. I was not paying attention to how these are orientated. Oops, I think the acorn needs to go this way. I really made a mess of this. Here we go. Boom. All right. Let's see. Now we need more glue dots. Stick a glue dot on all the ones that were punched. And I think that I just glue dotted everything on here. I'm really terrible about writing down directions too, but that's okay. Alright, so then I just stuck them together. Got a little glue dot and then added it to the front. The glue dot did not. Oh my goodness, these dots don't want to come up. They don't want to be used. That's annoying. Look, I'm not even in the center of my picture either. That's even worse. Okay, this one I'm going to twist a little that way. And the acorn, oh, here's your little acorn friend. Yes, Post-it notes work too, but I didn't want to have to get out of my chair and go get one. Because I don't have any on this table. Let's see here. There we go. The front is finished. That's different. Okay, I'm going to stamp a few little bits on the inside real quick. Just to make it look cute. There. Two variations of the same card here, and my other one is right here. All I did was change the DSP. Same DSP, just a different color, different sheet. Oops, these are upside down. There you go. There you go. That's it for today. thank you for joining me. I'll be back next week on Wednesday at 9 o'clock again. And this was fun. And I'm hoping that one day we'll do like a little mini card making thing together. So I'll let you know more about that. All right, thanks. Have a great day. Bye.